Next time you go hiking, just make sure to look out for some crazy hillbillies. They might be hunting. Welcome back, guys. I just watched a movie named Quarries. I don't know how to say this, but anyways, I watched it and it was alright. This movie is about a cat who joins this wilderness group of other ladies that have been dealing with problems, and they kind of use this hiking experience to get away from their problems and find their inner strength. And the funny thing about it is, like, they're saying it's going to be an experience for them and all that stuff, and well, trust me, they're going to get an experience after this. Now, the great thing about this movie was the female cast themselves. For the most part of the movie, they were actually pretty good, and I really liked them. Nicole Mary Johnson, who plays Kat, was pretty good in the movie, and for her role, she did an amazing job. And I haven't seen her in any other movie, so I thought she was fantastic. But on the other hand, you had the men who played the antagonist, and they felt like kind of generic, and they were just kind of there. But this movie starts off really good with this scene of these two guys actually hiking, and then out of nowhere, they get brought down by these crazy hunters who are just in the middle of the mountains hunting people. Now, what I like about the beginning of the movie is that we don't know why they're being hunted or what their purpose was, which was really good because it adds to the suspense. And it works really well in the beginning because we don't know what's going on or, you know, why they did that. After that, we do get a lot of backstory on each of the individual female characters, and it's really good because we get to learn so much about them. And then in a way, I felt like I cared a lot about the characters, especially Kat. And through this backstory, we finally go hiking, and then they become hunted because they enter uncharted territory. Also, I didn't know this about the movie until I read an article about the film, and it was that the female actors actually did their own stunts, and I thought it was pretty awesome because they have to do a lot of physical stuff in this movie, and it's pretty crazy that they actually did a lot of that. Although I found the movie pretty entertaining in some aspect, there were a lot of things that I had issues with, one of them being the motivation for the antagonist. In the beginning, we got those scenes where they were hiking and they shot him down, but then we were left to question, you know, why did they do it? And throughout the whole movie, I'm wondering why they did that, but in reality, we never get an answer to that. In a couple of scenes, we see them praying before they go out to hunt, which kind of gives me an idea, but at the same time, it doesn't. It just leaves me with more questions, and that's all they really give me in the movie for these antagonists. And even though the story did have a strong female cast, I think that most of the storyline just wasn't believable for me, especially because in some scenes they contradict what they do. For example, when Kat was joining the group for the first time, she had to carry a bag up this little hill, and she couldn't even do that. And then, like, in a couple scenes later, you see her going toe to toe with this guy like twice her size. And now I know this is a movie, so I have to like suspend my belief and just go with the flow of the movie, and I try that. But when you watch this movie and you see these hunters who are twice their size, they have guns, and they have experience in hunting, come on, I'm not gonna believe that. Don't get me wrong, the scenes where the ladies were kicking ass and like taking them down was really fun to watch because in a way it's like, damn, that's pretty crazy, and they get pretty bloody with things, so that was fun. But a lot of the times in those scenes, it was convenient when like a random like piece of metal would appear so they can defend themselves, or like some kind of ex machina thing would just happen like out of the blue. And also, if you guys have watched this movie and you look at the ending, either dude wanted to die, or he wanted to take his sweet ass time loading the gun thinking that he's gonna get her before she gets him, or I don't know where this was going, because it was pretty obvious what was gonna happen from the beginning of that final scene, and it literally made me laugh out loud. Like, that's how funny I found that scene, even though it was supposed to be a suspenseful moment. Okay, and I know I made this movie sound kind of terrible, like those last 2 minutes right there, but I actually did enjoy the movie for what it gave. Like I said, the female cast was really good, the guys not so much. It didn't add a whole lot to the story, and the storyline that they were working with, it just didn't work for me. Actually, the script of this movie was pretty good. Like, I actually liked a lot of the dialogue, and that's what gave the backstory such an edge. But at the end of the day, this is like a movie that I would watch on a Sunday with some pizza and like a drink on the side. I probably wouldn't watch it again, but it was a little fun. So if you guys like to see ladies kick ass in movies or a good horror movie with females in it, then I would recommend watching this movie. I'm gonna give Quarries a 2.5 out of 5. But that's it, guys. You can find me on Twitter or Facebook. Just look me up by FMO1126. You guys can ask me a question there and I'll respond. But if you guys like my video or you haven't heard of this movie yet, then go watch it. Also suggest it to a friend and give this video a thumbs up. If you guys like the reviews or the content that I put on my channel, then please subscribe to my channel. But as always, guys, stay tuned.